Every year, spring and summer trends arrive, and suddenly everyone is buying striped cushions, outdoor lanterns, scalloped everything, and enough lemons to open a fruit stand. But the truth is, some trends generally make your home feel lighter, fresher, and more expensive, and some will date your space by September. So today, I want to break down the spring-summer 2026 home trends everyone is talking about, what's actually worth doing, what I'd avoid, and what will still be beautiful long after summer ends. Because good design isn't about chasing trends, it's about knowing which ones actually improve the way your home feels. So whether you're refreshing your patio, updating your living room, or just trying to make your home feel lighter and more elevated for the season, these are the trends that actually matter. The biggest shift every spring and summer is that people stop decorating rooms and start designing flow. Your garden, patio, kitchen and living room should feel connected, not like separate spaces that accidentally exist beside each other. This means repeating colours, materials and textures across both. If your outdoor space has warm woods, natural stone, soft greens, linen textures, that same feeling should carry inside. Even something as simple as changing heavy winter throws for lighter texture fabrics, adding fresh branches instead of artificial decor, or styling your dining table with a softer seasonal palette can completely change how the house feels. People think summer styling means adding colour. Usually it means removing heaviness. Less visual weight, more breathing room, that's what makes a home feel luxurious. Yes, striped cushions are absolutely having a moment, but the reason they work isn't because stripes are trendy, it's because they add structure. Good design needs contrast. If everything in your room is soft, plain and tonal, sometimes it just looks flat. A subtle stripe, especially navy, olive, muted red or soft black, adds rhythm without chaos. It gives the eye somewhere to land. The mistake people make is going too themey. You don't need a beach house stripe explosion. One or two strong pieces is enough. A striped cushion, a bench seat, a parasol, maybe even a subtle outdoor umbrella. It should feel intentional, not like a nautical costume. This one is interesting because for years, everything became grey. Grey sofas, grey walls, grey floors, grey everything. And now people are craving warmth again. Soft blues, especially dusty blue, slate blue, muted denim tones are becoming the summer neutral. They feel fresh, but they still have depth, especially when paired with warm woods, linen brass and natural textures. It feels softer than harsh navy and far more timeless than cold grey. Even something as simple as blue cushions, curtains, pottery or outdoor textiles can shift the whole mood of the room. It feels coastal without trying too hard. It feels calm, collected, and quietly expensive. Nothing changes the feeling of a home faster than flowers, and in spring and summer they become part of the design, not just decoration. But the mistake people make is overcomplicating it. You do not need giant, expensive arrangements every week. In fact, the most elegant homes usually look simpler. A few well-placed branches, garden cuttings, hydrangeas, loose tulips, something seasonal and slightly imperfect. That always feels better than something too stiff and overly arranged. I also think the vessel matters just as much as the flowers. A beautiful ceramic vase, an aged glass jug, even a simple stone pitcher, it gives the arrangement presence. It should feel like part of the home, not something you panic bought at the supermarket. And honestly, sometimes one branch done properly looks more expensive than 10 bouquets fighting for attention. People often think entertaining means creating something very formal, but the most beautiful summer tables usually feel relaxed. It should feel like people actually want to sit there, not like they're afraid to touch anything. This is where styling matters more than spending. Even a very simple table can feel incredibly elevated if the proportions are right. A good centerpiece, height variation, texture, contrast. If styling surfaces like coffee tables, consoles, shelves is something you struggle with, I've put together a free styling guide for you that walks you through exactly how to style those spaces. It's completely free and I'll leave it linked below for you. Sometimes it's not about buying more, it's just knowing how to arrange what you already have. Before anyone walks into your home, they've already formed an impression, and your front door does more work than people realise. Spring and summer is the perfect time to refresh that entrance. Clean the front step, wash the door, freshen planters, upgrade tired hardware if needed. And I love using a really good base wreath that lasts all year, something realistic and well made, and then add fresh seasonal flowers or softer details depending on the season. It makes it feel custom without constantly replacing everything. That's always the goal for me, not buying more, but building better foundations. Your entrance should feel like a quiet preview of the home inside. It doesn't need to be dramatic, it just needs to feel intentional. This is a season where people suddenly realise that wall needs paint. Those curtains feel too heavy, that rug is too small. That corner has become a dumping ground because summer light tells the truth. It highlights clutter, it exposes poor layout, it shows every tired finish, which is actually a good thing. Because often the best refresh isn't buying something new, it's editing, touching up paint, removing clutter, restyling shelves, repositioning furniture, finally fixing the room that's annoyed you for 2 years. People underestimate how powerful that is. Luxury is usually clarity, not more stuff. Baskets, rattan, woven textures, warm wood, aged brass. These come back every single year because they're not really trends, they're foundations. Spring and summer just remind people how important they are. Homes feel expensive when they feel layered, not when they feel newly bought. That means texture matters more than quantity. A beautiful woven basket beside a console, a cane chair, a linen lampshade, a stone planter. These things create warmth and softness, and they stop your home from feeling too sharp, too cold, or too showroom perfect. Ironically, the more natural a room feels, the more luxurious it actually looks. And one thing I think people are focusing on much more now, especially in spring and summer, is creating spaces for actual living, not just styling. Because a beautiful patio isn't just about the table looking nice for one photo. It's about whether people want to stay there, whether the kids use it, whether friends gather there. That might mean a dedicated dining area, but it could also mean a corner for evening drinks, a small table for cards or games, a fire pit area, or even planning your layout around outdoor movie nights. A few weeks ago, I showed you how I installed my VALERION theatre system inside. Now I'm already looking at adding the outdoor screen so we can do movies outside during the summer evenings, which I think the kids would absolutely love. And that's the point really. Good design should create experiences, not just pretty corners. Even simple things like making sure seating faces each other instead of all facing one direction, leaving enough room to move around comfortably, or creating zones so adults can sit and talk while kids have space to play. The best spring and summer homes don't feel trend heavy. They feel lighter and calmer. A home should evolve with you, and I absolutely find so much joy in changing things up each season in the year and with the seasons of life. But trends come and go, and the most important thing is to ask yourself if you feel good in the space. That should determine whether anything needs to be added or removed. Next week, I'm taking you behind the scenes of my Lana edit showroom transformation, showing exactly how I styled an entire space using these same design principles. So make sure you're subscribed for that, and I'll see you in the next one.